Hi there and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a whole bunch of empties, and I haven't done an empties video in a while because I felt like all of my empties were boring and I didn't have any strong opinions to share with you. But this time is different. I have a lot of good stuff. So if you want to see what I have used up, then please like and subscribe and keep on watching. Alright, so I think I'm going to do categories, and I'll start with the makeup this time because my channel is all makeup empties and I know that's what you want to see, and it is what I am most interested in when I watch empties videos as well. So I will start with eyebrows, and I have two products that I have used up. The first one is this e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. These I have used up like 100 of because there's really not that much eyebrow pencil in here. So when you use them, you go through them in like 2 to 3 months. Unless you draw big eyebrows, in which case I'm sure you'll use it up in like a week. So these are not for everyone, but if you like natural brows, I think they're really good because I just usually fill in the second half of my brow. You can see it's like bald right now. I usually fill that half in and brush it, and that's it. So this is perfect for that. So I do love these. I just picked up another one in my e.l.f. haul that I posted the other day. The second thing I used up is a Benefit, I believe it was Gimme Brow, but it's completely like rubbed off. This is a tinted eyebrow gel, and it's completely rubbed off, so I have no idea what shade it was or anything like that. But this was my first time using a tinted brow gel, and it has really just like changed how I do my makeup. I loved it. I thought it was so easy. I just did a little bit. I actually used it today, and you can't even really tell that I did anything, but it does look better than having nothing in my eyebrows. So it's perfect for just relaxed makeup days. And this one has little fibers in it, so it makes your eyebrows look a little bit more full. I just thought it was really pretty and really nice, and I would buy something like this again. Next I have a mascara, and it is the mascara I'm wearing today, and it is CoverGirl the Super Sizer. And I got this because I believe it was $2.99, like $3, and it was, I think, the cheapest one in the store at the time. And I don't really like to spend too much on my mascaras, especially in these days where I barely go out. So I don't really need my mascara to last all day. Usually I just need it to last through a virtual meeting or something like that. So I was definitely feeling a more relaxed, washable mascara. And CoverGirl makes the best mascara if you don't like raccoon eyes. CoverGirl mascaras, even if you don't wash them off, at the end of the day you can just rub your eyes and the mascara will come off without smudging. Yeah, they're just like the easiest mascaras to remove. And at this point in my life, that's more important to me than having a mascara that will last through the apocalypse. So I liked this one. For $3, I honestly probably would get it again. Next I have a lip gloss from ColourPop. It's called Mythic Journey, and it was from the Frozen 2 collection. I actually hated this lip gloss. I had a bad experience with ColourPop's customer service when I ordered it, but that's not the reason I didn't like it. I was determined to love it anyway, and the packaging is really cool. It's just super gritty, and it looks great when you first put it on, but it's gone like within a few seconds. Like I can even put some on now, and by the end of the video it will be gone. And I didn't eat or drink anything. It just doesn't last. So it is very glittery, and it's got like a blue shift. And so I thought it was super pretty when I first saw it and when I first put it on, but yeah, it just doesn't last, and it's so uncomfortable and gritty. It feels like Claire's dollar store makeup, and unfortunately that's how I feel about most ColourPop makeup these days, so I've just decided I'm not going to order anything from them again. But the packaging is beautiful, and I think that's why ColourPop sells as much makeup as they do, is because their packaging is beautiful, but the products themselves are just not very good. Next I have another product I didn't like, and this is Bite Beauty in lipstick in the shade Chai. And this was a birthday gift at Sephora several years back, and usually I don't have lipsticks in my collection that long, but the problem with this one is the size, so it always got lost in my purse. To be honest, whenever I found it in my purse, usually after several months of forgetting about it, I was never excited to find it, and that really should have been a sign that this lipstick was really not for me. But it took ages for me of intentionally panning it to realize that I just really didn't like the color. It's too, I think it's too warm toned for me. even though it doesn't look that warm toned, it's kind of like a mauve. This is the color. Even if I put it next to my face, you can see that it really doesn't do anything for me. Like, it doesn't brighten my face, it actually makes me look more tired. I feel like it matches my eye bags, and that's the problem. This lipstick was really not for me, and towards the end I was really trying to pan it because I like the formula. So I was trying to use it as a blush these last couple weeks, and even as a blush I feel like it makes me look more tired. I am wearing it as a blush today. It actually fades quite quickly as a blush, so you might not be able to see it, but I'm really not looking my youngest and most healthy, and so I just think it's this color, and I think it's such a shame. Yeah, I think you really need to look at what colors actually work for you, not just what colors are popular. This was just not my color, so I did use as much of it as I possibly could, and I feel more than happy throwing it away at this point. So this is what I have left of the lipstick. I love the panning community. I love being on Instagram as a project panner, but sometimes there is a little bit of negativity around people deciding to declutter products, especially when they're this close to panning them. But at the end of the day, like, if makeup is not making you feel good, it's time to get rid of it. Like, not everything is meant to be project panned. Don't make yourself miserable trying to get rid of a makeup product. So that's it for the makeup. Now I have a few kind of moisturizer type of things. The first one is this Vaseline Eczema Calming Therapy Cream Colloidal Oatmeal Skin Protectant with Barrier Restore Complex. This I actually put in a favorites video because I loved it so much. In the winter, I have really bad eczema. My skin is really sensitive, so I have to keep it moisturized at all times. The eczema, if it gets like really bad around my eyes and I scratch it, this will sting the scratches. So I actually recommend putting vitamin E or some kind of oil on top of the eczema first, and then putting some of this on top. But if you have problems with eczema, this is a must-have in your life. It's very good, and the price tag is right. Next I have a moisturizer from Dr. Belmer. It's called the Cica Hydro Cream. And I was really excited to try this because I do like Cica as an ingredient. Actually, I find it helps with my hormonal acne that I get on my chin sometimes. But this cream ended up being like too thick for the summer but too thin for the winter. So there was never a perfect time to use this. I did end up using it mostly in the winter, and I did combine it with an oil. And when I have to combine a moisturizer with an oil, I just feel like it's not the moisturizer for me, because now you've just made me add an extra step in there. So I probably won't buy this again, but I really enjoyed being able to try it out. And I think if you are a combination to oily skin type, this would be really good for you in the winter. Next I have something from L'Occitane. This is the L'Occitane Shea Butter Ultra Rich Cream Body. These I usually get in gift sets over Christmas. I'm not crazy enough to buy L'Occitane outside of Christmas when they do all those gift sets, but this is solid. Every time I get this, I love it. It's just a really good quality cream. Pretty much everything they make is just excellent quality, so I do love this brand. They're just a good brand, and I like getting their stuff, but I don't like buying it because it is expensive. Okay, let's move on to hair. I have my favorite dry shampoo, which is Batiste. I've been using this for years. It's just a solid dry shampoo. I buy these at Costco because you can get like 3 of them for, I think it's like $12 or something like that. So I don't pay full price for these. And I notice the people who don't like these are usually the people who are paying full price for them, because they can be like up to $15 each at the store, and I'm just like not gonna pay that. But it does have a white cast, but it works. And I haven't found a dry shampoo yet that doesn't have that white cast that actually works. And I do get like oily hair, especially when it's dark, you really notice it more. So I do need a dry shampoo that does work and doesn't just smell good. So they just came out with a foam version of this, and it's terrible, don't buy that. But the regular one, amazing. This was in the Luxe scent, didn't really do anything for me. My favorite scent so far has been the rose gold one. Next up I have some Dove shampoo, and this is in Hair Fall Rescue because I am worried about like losing hair because I dye it so much, and I already don't have a lot of hair. Like, I have very thin and kind of sparse hair. So I heard recently that there's a lawsuit against Tresemme for an ingredient that they put in there that makes your hair fall out, and I know it hasn't been like proven yet, or they haven't like settled the lawsuit yet, I don't think. But it did make me concerned that some of the ingredients in these drugstore shampoos that I've been using have not been really helping with my hair and hair loss. So I am, I think, gonna start using more high-end products on my hair and see if that starts to make a difference. So if you have any recommendations for like high-end shampoos, let me know, because I think that's what I'm gonna do moving forward. Next, I have a hair dye, and this is the hair dye that I used most recently, obviously, and it is Garnier Nutrice in 310 Darkest Blue. These are not my favorite hair dyes. I actually recommend Schwarzkopf dyes. Those ones, they smell good, they make your hair nourished, and the color lasts for a long time, and it's very shiny and vibrant. These ones are just okay, and I find that the hair colors usually come out really quickly, but this one's a black, so black hair dye usually stays in really well, so I wasn't too worried. But I probably will go over this with a Schwarzkopf dye whenever those go on sale. So this is okay, but it's not my favorite. Lastly, for hair, I have this Garnier Fructis Damage Repairing Treat 1 Minute Hair Mask with Papaya Extract. This hair mask I love the smell of because it actually smells like papaya. Like, it smells like the actual fruit, and it doesn't smell like candy. Yeah, like I really enjoyed the smell of this mask, and it actually does, like, the smell stays in your hair for a really long time. So that's really nice. My favorite time I used this is actually when I went swimming. When I came out of the pool, I didn't wash my hair right away, and I just put this mask in, and then I came home and washed my hair an hour later, and it was amazing. It was so soft and nice. So if you go swimming, this is a really good mask. But if you don't go swimming, I think their other ones are actually more moisturizing and better for damaged hair. This one is just kind of like a conditioner. I have so many empties this time, guys. Oh my gosh, there's still like more to come. Okay, so now I'm doing bath stuff, and lately I've been taking baths like pretty much every night. It's because it's lockdown wave 2 where I live, so we can't really do anything at night. So I've been having a nice bath with like a drink, and I've been like reading and stuff like that in the bath. So I used up a lot of products, and let me show you what I've been putting in the bath. The first thing is this Epsom salts with lavender essential oil, and this was a Christmas gift from my friend, and it was really nice. It did smell like lavender, but the problem was once it was in the bath, you didn't really smell the lavender. So maybe if I used like the whole bag in one bath, I would have smelled it, but the lavender scent just wasn't that strong. But it was good Epsom salt, and I enjoyed it. Next, I have a pack of face masks. These are called Freeze 24/7 Radiance Brightening Face Masks, and they were gel masks, and I got this for $8 at Winners. These ones, because they were hydrogel kind of masks, you had to peel both sides of the mask, and I just found that really annoying. Like, I prefer the ones where you can just take it out of the packet and stick it on your face, and there's no extra work required. They did moisturize my face, and my face felt really nice after using them. I didn't hate it, but I wouldn't buy it again. Next, I have some baby oil, and this was in the back of my cabinet, completely full, like 3 weeks ago. My husband bought it because he was a like cleaner for a while, like he cleaned houses, and I think he used baby oil for some sort of cleaning thing, but he quit that job, and then we had this full thing of baby oil, and it felt bad just throwing the whole thing out because I'm sure he spent like full price on it. So I ended up putting it in the bath. If you have baby oil around, put it in your bath. It works pretty well. It works like any other oil in the bathtub. And it smells nice, and it makes you nice and greasy and moisturized afterwards. So I think it's pretty good for the winter. Next, I have some perfume, and this is Yardley London Lavender something perfume. I got suckered into buying this by Laura Jane Atelier on YouTube because she told me how old it was, and this perfume is super old. Let me look it up. This perfume, which is called English Lavender, is their signature scent, and it was launched in 1873. So I just thought like I'd really like to try it because it's so old and it's been around for so long, and I was just having a moment like watching old TV and like kind of like vintage and getting into vintage. So I thought I would try this out because it was only $10 at Rexall. And unfortunately, I didn't really like it. Like, the scent ended up giving me a headache. Baby powder. That's what it is. It smells like baby powder. So I didn't really like to wear it, but I did put it in the bath and I sprayed it in the bath every time I got into the bathtub. So I did end up enjoying it that way. And I thought it was really cool to own a perfume that was from 1873, but I will not be repurchasing it. Finally, we are at candles. Oh my gosh, this video is going to be so long. I've used up quite a few candles over the Christmas season, so I always like sharing with you my opinions on candles. And I love hearing other people's opinions on candles, especially Bath & Body Works candles. The first one I have here is called 'Tis the Season, and it is from White Barn. This one I burnt around Christmas time, and it was nice. It's kind of a little bit appley. It's like an apple scent with leaves mixed in, and it was just a good candle, but it didn't blow my mind. It smelled good, the throw was okay, and I liked the packaging of it. So I probably will not be repurchasing this one. With Bath & Body Works candles, I'm pretty strict. Unless it like blows my socks off, I'm not buying it again. Next, I have one that looks like a Bath & Body Works candle, but it's actually not. It's from Loblaws, and the brand is called Life at Home, but that's owned by Loblaws. And it's in the scent Balsam Wreath. This was actually, I'd say, my second favorite Christmas candle this season. Like, I really enjoyed this. I actually really regretted not buying a candle called, I think it was called Alpine, from Bath & Body Works on Candle Day. Check out my Candle Day haul. Some other friends bought that candle, and then it was also recommended, I think by Jaclyn Hill or someone, right after Candle Day, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay full price for that, but I was kind of like regretting that, and I picked up this one. It smells very similar to the one called Alpine. It's like a true balsam scent, and it just smells like a Christmas tree, and it's got such a good throw, and it was so happy, and I would definitely pick these up again because they are, I think it was like $10 at Christmas, so I'm sure after Christmas it's even cheaper. And the throw was amazing. I was really surprised by how good the throw was. So this one I thoroughly enjoyed. Next, I have another Bath & Body Works candle, and this one's called Flannel. I actually enjoyed this one, but it didn't burn evenly, and that's a huge pet peeve of mine. Lately, I've been noticing some Bath & Body Works candles, the wicks just aren't any good, and they stop lighting way before you're at the end of the wax. So this was like really frustrating. Even though I loved the scent and I really enjoyed it, when it got to about halfway, it just wasn't like lighting properly, and so there was only like 3 little tiny flames, and it wasn't like properly burning and distributing the scent. And this is the reason why I will never pay full price for Bath & Body Works candles, because they are not worth $25, they are barely worth $11. They're really overcharging for what I would say is pretty low quality. The Glade candles that I buy that are my absolute favorite, they always burn down to the very, very, very bottom, even the 3-wick version of those. So I don't know what Bath & Body Works is doing wrong, but they need to fix it because it makes me upset. I have a little Easter candle that was a gift from my sister-in-law, and this was in the scent Jasmine. It's from DW Home, so I'm sure it was bought at Home Sense because that's usually one that I see there. And it had a really nice jasmine scent. Yeah, it was like very like nice and flowery, and I do like the scent of jasmine. I love jasmine tea. So it was enjoyable, but it's not something I would buy again, and one of the other reasons is because it also didn't burn down all the way to the bottom. So for whatever this cost, I'm sure I could get like 3 Glade candles. So I'm gonna stick to Glade, and I really hope that they don't raise their prices because their candles seem to be the best on the market. My last candle is one that I have burning right now, and it is Winter. And this was my favorite Christmas candle. I put it in my Christmas favorites. It's just like blowing me away this year. The scent is balsam with a little bit of peppermint, and I just found it the perfect scent for that post-Christmas season where you're just not doing anything, you're just chilling, and it's cold outside, and you're still feeling a little bit holiday. This is the perfect candle. I loved it. I actually saved it. I was trying not to burn it all the way to the bottom, but I am moving tomorrow, so this candle has got to go. So I am burning the rest of it right now. And this one is doing well. It's burning pretty much all the way to the bottom. Love this scent, and I will definitely repurchase it. Okay, so that is all of my empties today. And I feel like I've got so many because I was very intentional about using stuff up this month because I knew I was moving and I wanted to use up as much stuff as possible that was like mostly empty so that I could just throw it out and I wouldn't have to include it in the move. So that's probably why I used up so much stuff lately. And I hope that you found this at least remotely interesting. But yeah, I will see you next time. Please subscribe.